Okay, it looks like we are live right now. How is everyone doing? Can y'all hear me just fine? Let me know in the live chat right now if y'all can go ahead and hear me. Just let me know how the audio is coming, if it's coming in nice and clear. I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. Also the video too, just in case I might not be seeing it. Everything should be going as smoothly, but just let me know in the live chat how everything's doing. Let's see here. Who we got in the chat right now? Let's see. Levi Shumway McLaren, what's going on? Sans the Master Chief, Eli Prather, what's going on, man? PS4 Gaming MFG, what's going on, dude? Voltano de Pendres, what's going on, dude? Gooblin, what's going on, bruh? Yeah, we're just waiting for this to go ahead and catch up. Guys, we're going to wait in just like 5 minutes for, actually at this point, like 3 minutes now, just to go ahead and, again, let more people go ahead and join in the chat right now. See, but how is everyone's day going so far? How is everyone doing? Yeah, we can start in just like 3 more minutes. Trace Heilman, all's good. Hey, what's going on? Good, what's up? What's going on, man? Good, good. Good to see that it's actually going in nice and smooth. Prime Tech Customs, what's going on, dude? I know last week was kind of crazy where we were like just streaming every single day. I had fun doing that, actually. Prime Tech Customs, was that Rory Mercury? Oh, yeah, on the yeah. This desktop used to belong to the head tech, and he was a big Rory Mercury fan. He actually used to he had a Golf TDI, right? And he had it wrapped. He did a Natasha style wrap for it with all Rory Mercury all throughout. He was a big fan. He actually used to have a statue too by his desk. Starseed Air. So what's going on, man? Yeah, guys, we'll get started officially in about like 2 minutes. At 3:35, we'll go ahead and actually officially begin and start answering some questions and going over some things for you. Levi, guess who's back again? Frog Biscuit's back. Tell your friend. Good to see you back, man. Jed Rippey. Great. Awesome. Cool. Just want to make sure, again, everything is nice and crispy and clear. Let's see. Go here. Let's go ahead and lower down there. You're soft, are you? You know, we're starting in like 1 minute. One more minute. See, you're soft. Let's see, yeah, 1 more minute. Just a few more seconds of games. Also, beforehand, how was everyone's week? Everyone week, by the way. Did you guys enjoy your 4th of July? I'm actually curious to see that too. What did you guys do over the 4th of July? I pretty much just spent it at home, grilling with the family. It was fun. But my dog was really scared the entire time. I don't know. Fireworks just really set her off, man. But she's doing fine. She's doing fine. Isaac Barnes audio sounds crisp. Good. Just want to make sure that we're all clear. All right, let's see. 3:35. All right, want to go ahead and officially begin. Welcome, guys, to another Storefront live stream. Again, the title is a work in progress right now. Eventually, we'll come up with a better title for this type of stream. But this is a Q&A stream, so if any of you guys have any questions regarding Airsoft, regarding recommendations, if you're looking to get into Airsoft, you're not too sure what to go ahead and get, or maybe even some tactical gear, you're not too sure what to buy, make sure to go ahead and let me know down in the live chat, not the comment section, I can't see that yet. It's going to be in the live chat specifically. Just make sure, do me a favor, put the letter Q in front of your question. That way it's a lot easier for me to track. It's not going to get as lost as easily. It can get lost. And you are more than welcome to ask your question more than once if I haven't already answered it. However, much appreciated if you don't spam it. No one appreciates that, right? And again, if that could be for anything regarding Airsoft, looking for recommendations, or if you want to ask even me personal questions too, I'm an open book. I am not opposed to those as well. But before we get started with answering the question specifically, I want to go ahead and let you guys know that the Independence Day Mystery Box is still available right now. The Independence Day Mystery Box is still available right now. Automatically qualifies for free shipping. It's only $170, and you get an insane prize list of items that you could potentially win. You don't want to miss out. This prize list, actually this whole mystery box right now, you order one of these bad boys before the end of today specifically, and you will be getting 10 entries into the shopping spree. We decided to go ahead and, just because again we just care about you guys a lot, we just want to go ahead and again spread the love, if you will. We want to go ahead and expand it and lengthen the promo time. So again, it's going to be till the end of today. Once today is over, that's it. The promo is going to be ended. You won't be getting those 10 entries. So might as well go ahead and increase your odds of winning the shopping spree giveaway next week for $600. Yesterday, someone was able to go ahead and claim it off a bag of BBs, right, Cisco? Was this a bag of BBs?
That's correct.
Yeah, it was literally just a bag of BBs that he ordered, and man just took home, what was it, $1,800. That was fucking crazy.
But I do believe we did extend that promo for the 10 entries.
Yeah, we did extend it. That's going to be until the end of today.
No, so we extended it further earlier today. So I believe that's going on until the end of the 14th. Let me double check.
For the Independence Day mystery box? All right. Well, Mans is checking right now. We'll go ahead and get back to you on that. But yes, make sure to go to order one of these bad boys to increase your odds of winning the shopping spree giveaway. And again, win a dope airsoft prize. Again, this box is fucking insane. All right. And then not only that, you want to go ahead and make sure that you pay attention to the new products page on our website as well. Right? We are constantly adding new stuff, for all of my, Gun Gale Online fans, for all my weebs out there, these two should look very familiar. Right? Again, you got the mystery box right there. We got the new custom MGC4 AEG that we put up, right? It's going to come included with all those beautiful accessories right there, in addition to some fancy internals. Again, we also have the regular MGC4s that are available as well. Don't want to sleep on those. Got some new Perun items, the new basic MOSFETs, new optics as well, new tactical gear. For a lot of guys that run like the Cytec style holsters, again, we got some more accessories for you as well. Some new Vorsk pistols as well. These are the VM9, sort of their take on the M9, and these look really, really freaking cool. Some new TM stuff as well. You guys do not want to miss your chance to go ahead and order something dope from Airsoft GI and get entered into the shopping spree giveaway. But with that said, why don't we go ahead and start answering, not asking. I ask questions every night in my sleep. We start answering some more questions regarding Airsoft. All right, so first and foremost, we'll go from most recent to the latest. Let's see here. Eli Prather, how are you guys able to profit with these giveaways? A lot of times we don't always, The same kind of thing when it comes to like events, right? With like BB Wars, for example, we basically make nothing off them. We basically make nothing off of those events, right? We do that because we want to organize something and give back to the community. Because again, Airsoft GI has been here for about 20 years, right? That's no easy feat. That's like Airsoft in itself is like a very changing and very niche market, right? So the fact that we've been here for 20 years is nothing short of, like, again, a combination of the hard work that all of our employees put in, and I myself included. I like to think, that I put in work every single day, right? Try my best every single day. But also the support that we get from the community and from you guys watching right now, the viewers, right? You guys are the reason that we're able to go ahead and do this, and we want to keep giving back to the community by doing the shopping spree giveaways, by doing these mystery boxes, right? And by doing events, right? It is all for you guys because we want to go ahead and give something back to the community because I know you guys actually appreciate these. I know you guys do. All right, let's see what's going on. Keep moving forward. Levi Shumway McLaren. I just got my braces removed today. My mouth hurts a lot. What did you do the 4th? Dang, dude, that sucks. I remember when I got my braces removed. It's fucked up. Like, I remember getting braces right as I entered high school, right? And I was told, yeah, 2 years, it'll be fine. It'll be out in 2 years. Fucking no. I didn't get mine till after I graduated high school. It wasn't until, like, I was a few weeks out before I started college that I was able to get my braces removed, man. I had to have, like, surgeries on my mouth. Like, it was bad. Yeah. Yeah, when you get your braces removed, it actually hurts.
It didn't hurt for me.
Well, I mean, we're not all blessed by God, all right? Okay, so it's been, you heard it from the man himself, the mystery box Independence Day promo has been extended till the 14th. You have until the end of the day, the 14th, to go ahead and get those 10 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Again, you don't want to sleep on it, though. Who says it's even going to be available by the 14th, right? It could very well sell out within, the time frame of this live stream, right? It could very well sell out, so make sure you place your orders as soon as you possibly can, right? But yeah, as far as what I did the 4th, I just grilled at home. I just grilled some food. I enjoyed the fireworks to an extent, right? Because like I was saying earlier, my dog was like, she's so skittish. Unfortunately, she's like so afraid of so many things, like people and fireworks, especially fireworks. But thank God we locked all our gates and made sure that she couldn't dig her way out because she is a digger. Yeah, we kept her close by. She was shaking the entire time. I felt so bad, right? Like, obviously it's a dog, it's not a child, but it's still I was feeling like, oh, it's like my little girl, she's so scared, right? So I was trying to be there for her, and she was fine. She's fine. She did overall enjoy her 4th of July as well. I made her a dog-friendly cheeseburger. There's a recipe for that. It exists. Let's see here. Primetech Customs, yo, ASGI stocked up on the Perun clicker. That's right, man. That's absolutely right. We stocked up on a lot of stuff. We got these new core series as well. Okay, so I'm going to click on one of these. I want to go on and talk about these for a little bit before I move forward. So if any of you guys know anyone that wants to get into Airsoft, wants something decent, right, but doesn't or has a really, really strict budget, like we're talking cannot spend $200, type on our website, just type in core series, right? Here, I'll show you guys right now. Core series. Type in the core series and all these models are going to show up, right? And there's more on the way as well. So all these models are going to show. And what are these guns, right? These are going to be your standard Gen 2s, right? So you're talking full poly construction throughout, same internals. You get all the same features. The only thing that you're not going to be getting is going to be a battery and a charger. You know, that 9.6 nickel metal hydrate battery and that basic wall charger, they're going to exclude it from this packaging. But the upside is you are going to be saving a bit of money, right? These guys are going to be like, what? The most expensive one is $170. Or actually, let's see, $199. Yeah, $199, $200 at most, right? For this guy. But majority of them are going to be like $169, $159, right? These are really, really affordable. So this really helps out with the price as far as like being able to afford a gun. And besides, most of the time, the 9.6 battery, most people usually end up disregarding it and getting a better battery anyway. So just throwing that out there. If you guys knew anyone that was looking to get into Airsoft but was on a really, really tight budget, then I would suggest maybe take a look at the core series. That's money you save that you can spend on other things, right? All right, let's see here. Primetech has a pool party with the extended family. Hey, that's always fun, man. Let's see here. Yeah, I think this should be good. All right, cool. I'm gonna scroll all the way down to see if we can get caught up. Okay, this one's good. This one's from Eli Prather. Should I get the Arcturus Cat AR-15 Versatile? I would say so. Like, here's the thing. I have no issue when it comes to the Arcturus line at all, right? I think Arcturus guns are fucking dope. Right? I mean, let's take a look right here, right? There are a ton of them, too. And there's actually more on the way, so keep an eye out. I think even today, some of them might be going live for pre-order. I'll just say that. Just keep an eye out for that. But, right, we go on AEGs, go on Arcturus, right? There are a ton of different models. If you're just using, like, Arcturus as an umbrella, like, brand, right? As a brand name, they have so many models under their belt, right? Some of them are really, really good, too. I have always been a big fan of their AKs and their M4s. And regardless, even the Cat series, I do like the Cat series. I'm not the biggest fan when it comes to their battery space, but I mean, again, that's something that could be, easily fixed, right, at the end of the day. But no, I've always been a big fan of the Arcturus, and the Cat series is no exception. I think they are made very, very well, right? They are manufactured very, very well. They have a lot of QC that goes into them. Their shimming job, again, is always fantastic. I've said it once, I'll say it again. I'm sure you ask anyone in the chat, too. They'll say the same thing. They're just manufactured very, very well. They are very good airsoft guns, right? Yeah, I would highly recommend picking one up. If you were in the market for one, I would probably say go for it. Now, as far as the Cat series specifically, not my favorite one, but again, it's still an Arcturus. It's still going to be a dope gun. All right, let's see here. Let's answer some more questions. But good question. Jed Rippy asks, "What's your fave high kappa?" Ooh, okay, my favorite high kappa. There's a few high kappas that have caught my attention. Bear in mind, I myself am not the biggest high kappa fanboy, right? I'm usually prefer 1911s or I prefer Glocks, right? But with that said, there have been a few high kappas that have got me feeling a certain way, if I'm being honest. And I feel like the one that honestly, I have to go ahead and say it. You guys know already. It's the Pit Viper. It's the Pit Viper. And pretty much any of the Jag Terran Tactical Innovations pistols. These guys are fucking dope. These guys are cool, man. Okay, so obviously, you've seen John McFour. Yeah. You guys already know, right? But fully licensed throughout, right? So this thing is going to just ooze, radiate high quality, right? And again, this is following the standard TM design as far as like internal. So you can upgrade this guy if you wanted to. However, with that said, you probably won't ever have to. This thing shoots dope out of the box, right? And all the Terran Tactical Innovations pistols do. Look at that with handsome boas right there. So cool. But it looks so damn nice, man. Like, and again, 220, yes, that is going to be one of the more expensive high kappas that we offer. Now, with that said, is it worth it? Fuck yeah, it's worth it. The slide on this thing is so buttery smooth. The action is so nice and crisp. Magazine compatibility is across the board. And I've tested it too with Golden Eagle magazines. I've tested it with TM magazines. They both work. They both work, right? Hand stippled grip right here. It's just so nice. It's just everything about this is just oozes high quality, right? And you can't beat it, right? Now, there are other guns that I do like as well. If we're talking about high cap specifically, the R612 is one of them. There we go. Oh no, it's sold out. The one with the armor mount. Oh well. Well, okay, you get the idea. It's basically gonna be the same gun, right? This nice little like compact high capa, like the 4.3s and the 3.8s, I think are really really cool, right? Those are dope. I like Army Armament. I've been a big fan of theirs for a little while now. Ever since we started carrying them, and I started looking at what you're getting, they're really affordable. They're like way more than fairly priced, and they are still upgradable as well. And they're just really good quality pistols. Now, another one that I'd probably suggest would be Vorsk High Kappa. From the newcomer Vorsk. By the way, my Vorsk overview video is actually going live later today, so check that out. It's actually as soon as the live stream ends at 5 o'clock, it should be going live on our main YouTube channel, so make sure to go ahead and give that video a thumbs up if you don't mind. Thank you. Yeah, but you can also go with something like one of these guys. Obviously, I'm not the biggest like gold fan, but if you are, right? You can go and check out one of these bad boys. Really, really cool. 3.8 with the red dot pre-install. That's fucking dope. Like, that is cool. And look at that price point, $179. Honestly, all things considered, it's fucking worth it. It would be a lot more expensive on, like, even on an Army Armament, right? It would be more expensive if you were to put it on the R612 with the armor plate, because that one already going for like 140, 150, right? So you're already going to have to spend a little bit more just to get the armor plate. So the fact that it comes included with it, and it's only that much more, worth it, man. Always worth it. All right, let's go ahead and keep answering some more questions. Dominic R., do you have the Fur Friends Tracer in stock at the storefront? Not in the storefront. Let's see. Do we have it available right now? Fur Friends. Let's see here. See if we have that available online. CRD2 recovery flash device. Let's see. Fur Friends. Double check. I don't think we shouldn't have that in store right now. I'm pretty sure that's going to be online only if it even is available. I think it's sold out. Yeah, the Mad Bull. Oh, that's the other one. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have that one in store right now. Last I checked earlier today. But we definitely can go on and bring them in. If they're sold out online, though, we're going to have to wait till they get restocked. But as soon as they do, we can bring them into the storefront. That's not a problem. Prime Tech Custom. Wearing a retainer was annoying after my razor. Dude, okay, I fucking hated wearing my retainer, man. Like, it was so uncomfy too. Like, I get it after a while, it's supposed to feel good. Like, it never felt okay. I never got used to it, right? I actually have a permanent retainer in the back of my mouth on the lower, have my mouth on the lower set. I actually have a permanent retainer fixed in place, so that's going to be with me till life. I think even when I die, right, and I'm buried, you're going to see my skeleton and my mouth is open. You're going to open, oh, why is there a little metal rod in here? All right, let's see here. Apex, when do I get my mystery box? I ordered it on the 29th. I believe with the mystery box, we might, let's see here. I want to go ahead and double check. Yeah, I believe with this mystery box, they're all going to, as soon as they all sold out, I believe they're going to be sent out, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Or it's just that we have to go down the list. I'll double check. I'll get back to you on that one. But a lot of times with mystery boxes, we have to wait till they all sell before we can go ahead and ship out. So that might very well be the case here. Vojtano Dependres, what was roughly the first gun sold on GI? I have no idea, honestly. If you ask me, like, what was the very first gun that GI ever sold, I have no way of knowing. I'm actually not too sure. I know that the inventory, like, depending on what year we're talking about, was very different to what we have now, right? Airsoft guns and the airsoft, like, market has definitely changed. There are some things that have remained the same for sure, right? The M4, the AR-15, the M16 will always be king as far as, like, platforms, right? High Kappas are always going to be the number one pistol that are going to sell at the end of the day. But there were, I would say, to an extent, there was more variety that was available way back when, right? When you would see all these different types of platforms that existed out there. It was the Wild West, man. Like, you could find anything and everything, right? And GI, like, sold everything. And to an extent, we still do. But, you know, the market has definitely changed. It has, had put more of an emphasis on the AR platform, which, again, is unfortunate for guys like me because I like unique shit. But I understand why. At the end of the day, it's a business, and businesses have to focus on products that are going to sell. And hey, if they see that, we have all these FALs or P90s, right, that are not going to move versus, hey, the M4 that we make, yeah, it's going to keep selling. Let's just keep making that. It is what it is, right? It's going to keep moving. It's a business. But if we start seeing more of a demand for one particular platform, you might be able to go and see that. All right. Let's go and scroll down. Oh, okay, we got hella freaking caught up. Stitch, what's going on? Stitch, what's going on, man? AK, what's going on? Let's see here. Make sure. Let's see what grades we okay, this is a good one. Itachi Uchiha. Itachi Uchiha, nice. What upgrades would you recommend for the GHK Glock 17? So I don't have too much experience with the GHK Glock 17s. However, I haven't heard everyone that I know that has owned a GHK Glock hasn't done any upgrades to it. Mostly because they say like they don't really need to. I mean, I'm assuming like for any gas power gun or pretty much any airsoft gun, period. Usually, what I would suggest is like the first things to change out would be bucking and inner barrel. I'll have to double check if the GHKs are using the standard TM system inside, if they're compatible with the regular inner barrels and buckings. But those would usually be like the things that I would recommend swapping out first. But again, for that one, as far as I can tell, though, with the GHK ones, when we shot it, and from everyone that I know that owns one, it's set. Like, you don't got to do anything to them. All right, let's see here. Let's see, make sure I'm not missing anything. I got my braces on a couple months after I graduated from high school in 2018, and I still have them. Trace Haleman. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. No, I mean, at the end of the day, braces, like, whatever, right? Like, I used to get made fun of quite a bit for wearing braces, but I was like, what the fuck? Like, majority of us, like, teenagers are wearing braces in high school right now, or even a little bit after. Like, it's totally fine, right? It's totally normal. But it is uncomfortable the first couple of weeks. I remember like I couldn't even eat anything crunchy or anything like really chewy, right? Like even like Laffy Taffy, right? Or Starburst. Like I couldn't eat those, right? I wasn't allowed to. But I said to my dentist, and I was like, I'm gonna eat it anyway, right? You can't tell me what to eat. And my mouth the entire time was, oh, it hurts so bad. But whatever, I just deal with it. Like honestly, that's the best piece of advice I can give you. Just deal with it. Like I would say, if anything, intentionally chew crunchy stuff or really chewy stuff, so that way you can just get it over with. It's gonna hurt, but after a while, you're just gonna get used to it, and then you'll eventually be able to eat anything. Because even when I had braces, I ate everything that I wasn't supposed to. I ate popcorn, I ate chewy food, I ate crunchy food. It was fine. You just get used to it. Jed Rippey asks, which do you prefer, indoor, tactical, or speed QB? So between, I mean, I just like playing I'm gonna be honest with you, Jed. I just really like playing airsoft. Right at the end of the day, I enjoy like my indoor style play. I enjoy outdoor style play. I enjoy doing the casual stuff. I'm not the most competitive person in the world. I do like to have a set standard for myself as far as how I perform. That just might be me being like overly critical on myself. That's just who I am as a person. But I'm just there to have a good time, man. I'm there to like kind of do a cosplay, right? I'm gonna shoot some people while looking cool doing it, right? And then probably at some point or during the day, I'm gonna get shot myself, right? That's there. I'm just there to have some fun. But I like playing indoor. I like playing outdoor. If I had to pick like what my favorite type of play is, it's definitely got to be like either playing like a Milsim event, like a large scale Milsim event. Those are always really fun. I always enjoy doing those. Or even just doing like a casual game, but with all the homies, right? Nothing beats playing with your friends, right? And even if it's a casual walk-on game, right, or walk-on field, like it's totally fun, right? Because again, you're working with your homies, you're working with your teammates, and sometimes you're working against them too, right? Nothing beats shooting your best friend, right? I will say. That sounds really bad out of context now that I say that out loud. But you know what? I'm going to stick with it. And again, guys, make sure that you go ahead and place your orders for an Independence Day mystery box, right? You're going to be getting 10 entries into the shopping spree giveaway if you order one. Make sure to go ahead and take advantage. $170, automatic free shipping, and insane prizes. Again, that prizes is to die for. Don't want to miss out. All right, let's go here. Okay. I got that. All right, let's keep scrolling down. Let's get caught up on the messages. Holy shit. American Airsoft dude, Daniel Defense makes the best AR-15s. Well, Daniel Defense doesn't actually manufacture Airsoft. However, when it comes to real ARs, yeah, I mean, I'm sure, but the other people have different opinions. But yeah, no, that's a good opinion. I think they have really quality stuff as well. Hey, Prather, yeah, I like split gearbox because it's easier to clean. The reason I hate no dust cover is because it looks really weird. But no, it's saying that I actually do like the split gearbox concept. I think it's really cool. I think that's a really like innovative design. It's not the newest thing in the world, mind you. That's been around for a while. I remember ICS. Like that's the first brand that I think of whenever I think split gearboxes. ICS, right? But it's still cool, right? Leafs fan 8034. What's going on, bro? Best HPA engine. Okay, I am. I like there's okay. Here's the thing. There's a ton of HPA engines, right? And it's really gonna come down to who it is that you ask, right? There are some guys that definitely prefer like going with the Polarstar fusion engine, right? That has been the go-to for many people's, and even within Polarstar, some people don't want the fusion engine. Instead, they'll go with like the Jack, right? It's all going to be subjective. We carry a few of them, thank God, but it's really going to be a matter of what you prefer and what sort of features you are looking at specifically, or what you're hoping to do with your airsoft gun. All right, let's see here. American Airsoft do best airsoft gun. Best airsoft. Okay, so that's kind of a thing that I want to like address, right? In my honest opinion, I do not believe that there is a best airsoft gun, right? Or that the best airsoft gun doesn't really exist. Now, obviously, I have stepping into my preferences. I think genuinely the best airsoft gun that you can get right now is going to be an MGC4, right? Is going to be one of these guys. That is my honest to God opinion because we had control over what went into the airsoft gun. We knew what type of performance we wanted, and we weren't going to settle, on anything less than high quality, high performance at a more than fair price point, right? And which is what we got. Now, with that said, stepping out of my biases again, I do not think that there is such a thing as the best airsoft gun. It is all going to be dependent on what the user specifically is looking for and what they hope to do with their airsoft gun. For example, let's say I bought the MGC4 because I was told it's the best, right? But let's say I wanted to go ahead and do MILSM events. But what I didn't specify when I was like asking was, if I wanted to run as a Russian, right? If you wanted to run as in a Russian kit, it'd be kind of hard to do that with a MGC4 Mark II because Russians are so well known for using the AK platform, right? Many different versions, of course, that exist out there, and I'm sure that there's units. And if you want to get even more specific, right? I'm sure there are dudes in the that PMC group Wagner, however you pronounce it. I'm sure there's guys that are using ARs maybe in that. I wouldn't be surprised, right? But with that said, if you're just talking about like a regular like Russian, let's say VDV, right, or FSB, I think I would be hard pressed to believe it, considering I'm seeing an AR, right? Considering I'm seeing what is generally regarded as a Western platform, right? It's not an Eastern Bloc gun like the AK or like a PP-19 or something, right? Or maybe this is too long. Maybe this Mark II is too long, or even the original Mark I is too long, right? You wanted something even smaller. That point, I would say, hey, maybe look into going with like a PDW, maybe like a small SMG, or hell, maybe even going with a pistol only, right? Rocking a pistol as your primary, especially if you're playing at an indoor field, right? It all depends on the circumstances and where it is you're going to be playing, how you're going to be playing, what you expect to do with it, and what your intentions are, right? Because there can be some guns on here that are like, Springers, right? I'll even say that. You could even say that a Springer for a very specific niche or market is the perfect gun, right? If you're talking about like guys that are like trying to do like some type of movie and they just need something to fit into a holster, or they just need guys to look like they're holding guns, but they're not going to be using them at all, other than just like maybe a panning shot or just showing them off a little bit, but not really focusing on the gun itself, then yeah, I would say Springers are perfect because they're cheap, right? Yeah, there's no warranty with them. There's nothing really much as far as performance you're going to get out of them, right? But if you're just looking for a stand-in, like as a prop, they're fucking perfect, and they save people a ton of money, right? Can you imagine having to give every single person, like if you had you had to like do a scene, right, where you showed a squad of like 5 or more guys, and they all had to have M4s, right? Can you imagine having to buy $350 like 5 ways? Right, obviously, like it's not the most expensive in the world compared to like real firearms or compared to like blank fire guns, but a Springer could very well come in clutch for that specific scene. Now, obviously, every gun is going to have its purpose and its intention, and I would just say that is really going to be the ultimate deciding factor, is what you decide to do with it. Let's see here, make sure gang's better. Make sure I'm not missing anything. These thumbs up if you like this video. Yes, and if you guys haven't already, please make sure to go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Go ahead and share this video around with anyone that you know that might be remotely interested in Airsoft. If you have any Airsoft buddies, let them know to go ahead and share this with them as well. I'll be happy to answer any sort of questions. And yeah, giving us a thumbs up really helps us beat that YouTube algorithm, because YouTube fucking hates anything related to Airsoft. So really helps us out. Stitch. Any confirmation on BB Wars date, SoCal, and if it conflicts with MSW? So, as of right now, BB Wars is going to be the same weekend as MSW, right? That was the only weekend that was going to. I know there was some. I saw that on the Discord. Some people were talking about it. It is right now. It is going to be happening the same weekend. There's nothing we can do about it. It came down to a matter of scheduling with the venue. SC Village wanted to only have it that weekend, and there's nothing we can do about it. So that is what it is. All right, let's see here. Okay, what do you think of the M16A4? I need to check your store for one. So M16, like in general, the M16 platform A3, A4. I don't mind. I'm actually currently in the process of building one out myself. I gotta get the hop up assembly for it, and it should be good to go. I'm using a gearbox that they've had for a while, and it's been jumping around in different guns that I've built out. But yeah, no, I have no issues with an M16A4. I know some people say that M16s are too long. To them, I say, be a man. That's what we were issued for a while. We rocked the M16 since Vietnam, right? Yeah, I think they're cool. I think M16s are really, really cool, right? And again, because of that barrel length, that is freaking long, man. So, you could very well go ahead and build one out to be kind of like an SPR, right? Obviously, it's just a regular rifle length, but still, like with that length, you can do a lot. You can do quite a lot of damage with that. American Airsoft dude, what's a good Mark 18 that's not Lancer Tactical? As far as Mark 18, you're not gonna find too many that are gonna have a that's not okay. And I'm curious to say like American Airsoft dude, why it's like your LT preference, what might be going on there? Because honestly, if you're looking for a good Mark 18, that's probably gonna be my go-to. There are other guns you can get to be a Mark 18 because in reality, what's required to be a Mark 18, right? And it depends on what version. Are you talking about the Mod 1? You talking about the Mod 0? Because if you're talking about a Mod 0, you can easily replicate that. Just get like a CQB-R length rifle, right? Just get one of those and then just put a standard quad rail on there and you're done, right? A Knights Armament quad rail and you're done. It's very easy to make, right? Even G&G, I think their Comm Machine Raiders have those, but bear in mind you're paying $220 minimum, and for like what, a gun that was like way more than 7-8 years old, right? And it hasn't updated its internals at all, right? Versus you go with the LT, where it's gonna have a rotary style hop chamber, quick change spring system, standard V2, which can be upgraded, right? Yeah, I'm totally down for it. I genuinely do like that. That has definitely got to be my go-to. Now, if you really wanted something that was like the Mark 18 length that you could turn into a Mark 18 yourself, that was considered high end. I would probably say, you can go with, let's see, BCM MCMR. Just to load. Oh, that's a little long. It's a little bit longer than what is usually required than like a 10-inch, because usually you're looking at like a 10-inch barrel. But again, this is close enough, I would say, honestly. Most people wouldn't even be able to tell, right? I would say go with something like this if you really wanted to, and then swap out the rail system. But again, it has that really nice BCM rail on there. It already looks clean as is, but you could do it, right? Making a Mark 18 build is actually probably one of the easier builds you can do in Airsoft, right? But as far as the base platform, it's all going to be individual preference. But again, I'm not sure why you have that preference against them. Again, like the ones that we've seen, especially these, let's see, LT31, right? There's these LT31 Raiders. They already have the metal DD style rail system, right? That's the correct size. That's the correct length. This is perfect, honestly. This is literally perfect. It's literally everything. I wish that this came out when I was trying to build my marketing, because I had to build mine from the ground up, which, again, nothing wrong with it. Like, I love mine. I still play with it today. But honestly, if this was available, I would have just bought this. Like, dead ass, I would have just 100% bought this. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so I want to go ahead and give an update. Just got it from the boss man. So, just so you guys are aware, I need to correct myself. The mystery boxes have actually already been shipping out. However, this week, because we had 4th of July off, it was actually a shorter week. So we are in the process of still catching up. We actually had a pretty good amount of orders that came in that we're shipping out right now. Like, we are currently in the process of shipping out as many guns as we can. So be patient. You will be getting yours as soon as possible. Want to go ahead and update the information on that. Okay. Coop303 asks, what is the best beginner gun for CQB? Best beginner gun for CQB. Coop, that's a good one. Okay, so if you're saying CQB, you're going to be I'm assuming that you're going to be playing at an actual indoor or CQB arena. If that's the case, going for something smaller would be obviously the ideal, right? This one, I mean, even what I have right now, the LT31, that's actually a pretty good choice. But if that's still too long, let's see here. I would probably say go with PXG9. Right? There's a couple different options you can go with, right? This is one of my favorites. This is the PXG9, right? Classic Army. The ECS programmable trigger unit, so you can program it to shoot 3-round bursts, 5-round bursts, semi-lock it, so that way no one ever accuses you of cheating. It's a very cool little feature, right? It comes in either black or tan. I don't know why I combined the two. And it looks like it's on a shocker deal, too. Damn, that's pretty good, right? Discounted right now. Hello. Oof, excuse me. But yeah, these are dope. You can find these magazines pretty much everywhere, too. We sell a ton of different versions. It's compatible with not only the Classic Army ones, it should also take the Zion arms as well. And there's even a PTS EPM mag designed for the 9mm like PCC style. We have those as well. So that would be one that I would recommend, right? And 21149, honestly, that ain't bad. It won't come included with a battery and charger, but again, the batteries and chargers you get out of the box aren't always going to be the best. Those are actually like okay to get you started, but nothing more than that, really, in my opinion. I would say go with a solid like LiPo battery. Honestly, this thing can handle an 11.1, and it's got the battery space for it. The battery compartment it's rear wired, so it's gonna be in the PDW stock. And I've gone on record as saying this before. This is one of the only PDW stocks I actually like, and I would ever consider getting or recommending to other people, right? Because this battery space, or the stock itself, has enough battery space to accommodate a regular size 11.1 LiPo stick. I think I was able to get like an 1,300 milliampere stick in there. Pretty solid. That's one option that I would recommend. You can also go with, if you want something a little more referential, we'll say, right, to something classic HK, I would probably say go with ACW Spectre. I misspelled that. Hold on. Spectre. There we go. Okie dokie. There we go. Yeah. The ACW Spectre. We all know that this is basically an MP5. Like, let's be real here for a second, right? Yeah, this thing is fucking dope. But it's gonna come with, like, literally as you see it. I know a lot of guys who will take like an older MP5, right, AEG, and then just build it out to look just like this, right? So the fact that it already comes included like this is pretty freaking sweet. 204, right? That's fucking nothing, really, considering what you're getting, right? Polymer construction, metal where it needs to be. This is going to be using a version 2 gearbox, so again, still fully upgradable. It is using the LT35 Battle X stock. It is spring-loaded, so press the button, and comes out. Very nice. But the top cover comes off, and you can remove that to insert your battery. It is pre-wired to Deans, though it does come included with a Deans to Tamiya adapter, so I personally would recommend just getting rid of it and wiring all your batteries to Deans, but that's just me. FPS, I believe, this is shooting 330 FPS, so this is perfect. Right on the money where you need it to be for CQB. This would honestly be one of the things that I would personally choose because, again, I'm so partial to the MP5. I think it's just such a cool gun. It has such cool history. And again, Die Hard, fucking one of my favorite movies of all time. When Bruce Willis was using one, fucking dope. Just so you are aware, it is compatible with MP5 style furniture. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just saying, you do with that information as you will, right? But as is right now, it's fucking cool, right? M-Lock, so you can go ahead and just start putting some M-Lock accessories on there. And it is compatible with MP5 magazines, right? And we sell those on our website as well. I know someone said it was like proprietary. It's not. We literally tested it. It's not. So those would probably be two options that I would suggest. But again, there's multiple options. There's multiple options that you have, right? Make sure. TBDDS. I play outdoors at my field. I'm considering upgrading my stock spring on my LT Gen 3. So it depends on, like, okay, so you're playing outdoor your field and your stock spring on your LT Gen 3. Most Gen 3s, if I'm not mistaken, should already be shooting at like what is considered outdoor FPS legal, right? I personally wouldn't. If you wanted to go out and play outdoors, more than that, I would actually recommend, instead of going for the spring, because you go too high of a spring, it might actually be a little too strong or too stiff, right, for them, and a motor might have trouble pulling that back, right? It might have some problems down the road. What I would actually suggest you do, especially if you're playing at an outdoor field, would actually be to upgrade the inner barrel bucking and hop-up nub. So the one that you have on the current stock LT Gen 3s, this goes for all Gen 3s and even Gen 2s, they're solid. They work great, better than actually a lot of other gun brands that we've seen, right? Even high-end guns sometimes won't even get the same like accuracy or range, right? Or even consistency. But it is still stock. Upgrading it to say, let's go here, right? Let's go Unicorn Airsoft, right? Type in Unicorn Airsoft, right? This is probably one of my new favorite brands. I love this thing, and everyone that knows that when you buy one, these things are fucking cool. Right? They sell their buckings individually, but if you really wanted to get the best bang for your buck, what I would really recommend you do is get a Unicorn Airsoft Type 4 inner barrel, right? It's a 603 Type 4 inner barrel. Nice material, nice finish. It is going to come included with a hop-up nub and the bucking, too. So that's like a 3-for-1 combo. And look at some of the prices on these. Like a 310, right, for an AG one, it's $35. That's nothing. That is nothing. Considering that there are some buckings out there that are like a little expensive and some hop-up nubs that are a little pricey too, or even some inner barrels that are like $60 and they're not going to come included with it. Prometheus, I'm looking at you. Nothing wrong with Prometheus. I've used Prometheus for years, but come on, it's time to update a little bit. Time to offer a little more value for your customers. I love that they included all three, right, in their packaging. I would honestly recommend going with one of those. You will see an improvement. It is fucking fantastic, the performance you can get out of one of these guys. Okay, let's see here. 4.5 years I've had braces. Fuck my life. Dude, Trace Hellman, same, man. I was in the same boat, man. Fucking all my high school life. It wasn't even until college that I was able to remove them. Right before college, I was able to get them removed. Dude, it fucking sucked. But I feel you, bro. I feel you. All right, let's see here. Going down. Trying to catch up on. Oh, there you go. Coop 303. What is your thoughts on Lance Tactical Gen 2 9mm Battle CQB carbine? Yeah, I dig it. Let's see. LT-35. Wait for this to load. This is so everyone can see it as well. Yeah, I have absolutely no problems with the Battle Axe. This is actually going to, believe it or not, this is going to be basically the same gun, obviously different magazines, as the ACW Spectre that I had shown off earlier. It's basically the same gun. It's even using the same damn stock, right? Just in a different body. I really like the Battle Axe CQB. I've actually sold like quite a few to some of my regulars in store, and that's like their go-to gun when they play indoors, right? Because again, it's small, it's super lightweight. You can one-hand this bitch like all day, right? It takes no effort to go ahead and one-hand this thing. But it's really well built. Version 2 gearbox that is very easy to upgrade this bad boy, right? Like, I've seen some crazy builds off these guys, too. And magazines are plentiful, right? Magazines are plentiful. You can get batteries to fit in this. Again, that stock, it is. I know when I first started, getting these in, and I looked at that stock, I was like, I don't know if that's enough battery space. No, it actually offers a decent amount of battery space. Not as much, I will say, as the classic Army, the BAS PDW stocks, but still good enough, honestly. Definitely way better than fucking G&G. Definitely way better than what G&G has offered on their ARP9s. I know there's a lot of people in the comments that are going to be like, oh, ARP9 is the best. No, it's not. It's cool, right? And it's G&G, so it's going to be good quality, but let's be real. ARP9, in my opinion, you can hate me all you want, but it's overpriced. And again, the fact that you have to buy an AirTech Studios battery extension unit in order for you to even get close to using a regular size LiPo battery in there is just ridiculous, right? Come on. Like, let's be real here. I like the G&G. I like that it shoots fast too because of that iFrit motor, but come on, let's be real here for a second. But yeah, this is another one that I would honestly highly recommend, Coop, if you're looking for something for CQB. See, make sure I'm not missing anything. Chef Pandakage, what's going on, bruh? How you doing, man? Let's see, what's up, Joshi? Leafs fan 8034. How can I become a mod? So, I believe that process is usually something that has to be talked about with the other mods as well. You have to be pretty consistent when it comes to also and as far as posting and regulating stuff on our Discord server and also on our YouTube page as well. But if that's something you want to do, man, absolutely. I mean, that can definitely be possible. We can definitely arrange that, right? But we are going to need to see a little bit more, I guess, consistency. You've been in the streams pretty consistently though recently. I have noticed you, dude. I don't think I haven't noticed. I have noticed, but I think with a little bit more time, be patient. I'm pretty sure we can definitely make that happen for you, dude. Okay, let's see here. Chef Punakana, but can the ACW Spectre accept trace units? So when I was talking to Cisco about the ACW Spectre, that guy, unfortunately, the barrel is off, so you wouldn't be able to go ahead and thread regular traces on there. However, if you were to go ahead and source an MP5 outer barrel, right, that does have threads on there. Why not? It should work. It should work. I know that was the only thing about the ACW Spectre that like fucking disappointed me. Right, was the fact that it wasn't just 14 millimeters counterclockwise threads. I was like, fuck, dude. It's upsetting. It's very upsetting. Let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Darktree, what's going on, bruh? Let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. All right, cool. Sorry, there was a lot of comments and I want to make sure. Okay, here we go. Everybody, I play outdoors in my field. I'm considering. Okay, answered that one already. Yeah, Stitcher looks like he answered that one as well. It depends on what's impacting performance. Spring is most common, but could be related to compression set volume is barely 2. Okay, here's a good one. Okay, this one comes from XK. What do I buy for my first pistol with a budget of 120 to 150? Honestly, you could even go lower than that. You can still find something pretty good. It really depends on what you want from your pistol, whether you're going to be using this as a sidearm, you're going to be using this as your primary. Generally speaking, when it comes to pistols, if you're going to be your first gas back pistol, I would highly recommend that you typically go with either a high kappa would be number 1, number 2 would be a 1911, and the reason why is just the aftermarket support for each platform. In fact, some of them are actually interchangeable depending on the one you get, right? But high kappas specifically are going to be the number 1 pistol platform in Airsoft, right? The sheer amount of aftermarket components that exist for it is unrivaled, right? It's unmatched. The brand compatibility with magazines too, like most of them are going to be interchangeable with each other. Obviously, there might be one or two brands that break that exception, but for the most part, if you have a TM-based high kappa, right? Even if it's not a Tokyo Marui brand itself, right? It could be like an Army, it could be a Lancer Tactical. Like anyone, like it could be a freaking KJW, right? For the guys that remember KJW. I actually missed that company. But yeah, it can be one of those, and you use any other brand magazine like that's meant for TM high kappas, it'll work. It will work, right? Some fitment obviously might be required depending on the magazine itself or the gun, but yeah, like as long as it's a high kappa, you should be solid. There's plenty of different models. If you want to save a little bit of money, what I would suggest you do, Golden Eagle. What the fuck? There we go. I wasn't typing in the search bar. Look up Golden Eagle high kappas. Right, those are solid. Those are solid. Just waiting for this shit to load. Did I misspell? God dang it, I misspelled it. All right, here. I'm gonna type in right here. Golden Eagle high kappa. You know what's funny about that too? I used to no joke, even without studying, I used to constantly like win my classes, like competitions for spelling bees. I used to constantly be in my spelling bee all the time. I would try not to, right? I would not study at all, and I would still end up going. But I don't know what happened to that skill. I can't spell for shit now. All right, let's see here. And if you couldn't tell, there's actually like a lot of OEM components, even slides that are available for it as well that should work for other brands. Outer barrels, yeah, there's a lot of shit for it. Just to give you a little taste of what you could get with Golden Eagle High. Let's take a look at one of these, right? Sure, this one. There's so many different versions, so many different variations, different colors, different patterns. This one, for example, the 3336, right? Vented slide, obviously. This one is normally retailing. They normally retail most of them for like $123.59. They're on sale for $113.59, right? That is cheap. That is really, really cheap for a full metal TM spec high kappa, right? And these things are solid too. Like I haven't had any sort of like performance issues with these guys at all, right? And as far as upgrades, again, it's a TM base, so you can upgrade the shit out of this, right? You want to swap out the slide, blowback housing unit, loading nozzle, change out the spring guide, right, or the guide plug if you wanted to do that. Yeah, all of it. It's compatible with other brand magazines. I've tested with a TM mag, it works. Tested it with the Jag Arms magazines, the ones you get for the Terran Tactic Innovations pistols. Those work. Yeah, honestly, I have no complaints about these. And I've seen a few Golden Eagle like custom builds before. They're fucking dope. They look cool, man. So that's one option that you can get. Another one would be, let's see, Raven Airsoft, right? You can also type in Raven, Airsoft, or Vorsk. It's the same company, right? They actually have, we have like a few combos. Look at this, right? Let's take a look at one of these guys, right? Some of these combos, right? Get yourself a little bit of that money. Save yourself some, right? Raven Airsoft 4.3 I kappa, right? There's a starter package that you can get. It's on sale right now for $123.81. You get the gun itself, which is going to come included with a bag of BBs and a can of green gas, right? Pretty much everything you need to just immediately start playing as soon as you get it, right? The only thing you're going to need at that point is maybe some Face Pro, but that's it. If you want to play on a field, if you're playing in your backyard, you can just go as is, right? Freaking, yeah, these things are value. These things have high value to them. And again, this is another base that you can completely upgrade, find magazines for, because they are readily available. Really just depends on what it is that you want to do with it. That's, again, that would be my number one preference. Or recommendation, I'd say. Recommendation. All right, let's see here. What do I do for my first person? Answer that one. Okay, does GI have certain days for shipping out? Ronald Hoover. No, we ship out actually every single day. But again, because it's 4th of July, we actually had a shorter week because we had to close on 4th of July. We were slightly backed up, but we are working our best right now, or doing our best to get caught up with orders. Again, if you ordered something and it hasn't shipped out yet, we are working our best to make sure that everything is shipped out in due time. However, if for whatever reason you've been waiting quite a while and you feel strongly about it, you are more than welcome to DM us directly on Instagram, Facebook, or our Discord server, and we can take a look and see what might be going on. It might be sold out or something, and you might not have gotten the email. We usually send out email notifications on any sort of status update on them, but if you want to go ahead and ask, you are more than welcome to. Just DM us. Don't put it in the live chat because there's nothing I can do. DM us directly, Instagram, Facebook, or Discord server. We'll get you help. We'll get you helped out, man. Okay, here. Let us see here. Make sure. How can I become a mod? Again, it's just going to be patience and just, again, being consistent and helping out and moderating chats as well. Being active in the community, that always really, really helps. Okay, let's see here. Okay, making sure I'm answering. Okay, answer that question already. What is the best beginner for AG? Okay, answer that one. Okay, I think we're caught up on those. Let's go ahead and scroll down. Let's get caught up. There we go. Let's see. Okay, so this one comes from Trace Hillman. What pistol holster will be compatible with the Elite Force M92A1? So if you want the foolproof answer, right, like no fitment required, it just obviously like adjustment requires it's an adjustable one. I would say go. My personal favorite has got to be the Ammo Max. Actually, I have one right here. I'll still pull it up, but Ammo Max holster. Oh, I don't know if you guys heard that crunch. That felt good. All right. There is one for that actually is fairly new. It just got added to the website a few days, I think like yesterday, maybe 2 days ago. This is the paddle holster for Beretta M92 series. This one's pretty dope. This one is using just a regular paddle holster. But, the back end, if I'm not mistaken, should be interchangeable. You might be able to go and change that out for a different mounting hardware. So like if you wanted to do MOLLE, you could do that as well. But my favorite one that I like to recommend. Oh, there you go. There's another one. There's another M9. Right, there you go. Very nice, very nice. There's actually quite a few of them now that I think about it for M9s. My favorite one, though, where is it? There you go, buddy. It's got to be the multi-fit holster. They come in right-handed and left-handed as well. But I like this carbon fiber. I don't know, it's just kind of a little different. I mean, you could always spray paint that if you really wanted to. I might end up doing that too, just because I'm bored with the look of mine. But regardless, this holster is fucking phenomenal, right? I think this is probably one of the coolest holsters that you can get, right? The fact that it can fit anything from like I've put in a 3.8 and it fit just fine. I've put in a fucking deagle in this, right? And it fucking worked. Obviously, with these two, I don't know if you can see it right here, these two little points, right, with this little like screws, just undo that a little bit because, again, you need to adjust it to whatever size, the thickness, if you will, the thickness of the pistol. Adjust it to that, and yeah, it'll work. Like, several people I know have actually run these, and these are solid, right? This is probably one of my favorite holsters that you can go ahead and get. Oh, someone's singing Happy Birthday in front. I don't know whose birthday it is, though. All right, but yeah, that would probably be the holster that I would recommend the most, right? Let's see here. Stitch says Kaylee will be shooting hers in the shooting gallery at Tac City tomorrow. We'll let you know. Prime Tech. Ooh, very interested. Stitch, if you can, go ahead and maybe shoot a little, maybe record that a little, put that in the Discord. You know what I'm saying? And besides, if you don't come tomorrow, like if you do come tomorrow, I can also see it then too. Stitch, if you guys don't know, is actually a pretty consistent regular for us in the storefront. It's always a joy to actually have him in the front. Him and Kaylee Steel Moon, very nice couple. Prime Tech Custom, yeah, because that's why Stitch answered, because he was saying how double belt AM45s. Okay, so we have them in the store, and I felt them. Fucking cool, man. They're cool. They're so. I'm probably gonna pick one up, and I got the pink and the blacks too. Right, I got them both. I really want that pink one so bad too. Just because, again, it's like, Obviously it is supposed to be like a Tectonics, right? And obviously fucking Gunga Online, right? It's fucking the inner weeb in me is like screaming like just get it, 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 right? And I'm like, I gotta do it. I gotta do it, right? Especially the pink, right? And okay, so from what I hear too, we sell the TM one too, but apparently Stitch was telling me that the magazines on the TM one or the TM branded magazines were not as good as the double bell ones, which I find very fascinating. I wonder why, right? We usually regard TM on such a high pedestal, right? So I'm wondering what the fuck happened there. Maybe issue QC, I don't know, right? But again, not too sure what's going on there. But again, for the fact that they were saying, and since I trust their word, right, I got to see this for myself too as far as the magazines, because apparently the double bell magazines are really good, and the fact that we have the black and pink ones too, just yeah, I need it, I need it. I shouldn't, but I need it. All right, let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, Isaac Barnes asks, I know you just recommended the Battle XCQB, but could it be easily built for outdoors as well? I really like the look of it, and I'm considering as a first general purpose gun. Yeah, Isaac Barnes, you could totally use the Battle X for CQB. It's very easy to do, right? It is still should still be using the quick change spring system, so you can go ahead and just swap out the spring if you wanted to. If you wanted to go ahead and increase the length, again, you should be able to go ahead and just get a longer inner barrel if you really want to, right? As is, you should be able to go ahead and, I believe, with its current inner barrel length, I think it is still possible to achieve over 350 FPS. I know at a certain point, there is a limit to how hard, like, length of inner barrel. It's not that it's going to be the ultimate deciding factor, right? But there is a limit when it comes to, like, reading on the chronograph. But yeah, no, you can totally use, even if you don't upgrade the spring, right? You can 100% use the Battle Axe as is for an outdoor field. There are many guys that will run, like, CQB, like shooting guns, right, and just use those for outdoors because they work. Yeah, you might have to get a little closer. Oh, thank you, Boaz.
Where's the webcam?
That's right there.
A tasteful green tea matcha cake.
Ooh, whose birthday was it?
It's Lily's birthday.
Oh,
the co-owner, the CFO, if you will, of the company.
I'll say happy birthday to her as soon as I'm done with the live stream. Delicious cake. Can't wait to eat that. But yeah, no, dude, you can totally rock the Battle X for outdoors as is, and you'll totally be fine. Again, it shoots very accurate considering it punches well above its weight class considering like how simple of a design it is, but it's good. It's solid, right? But yes, you can upgrade it if you wanted to, but you probably won't even need to if I'm being real with you. Okay, let's see here. Stitch, yeah, that's good advice, Stitch. Be helpful, be active. At some point, they may promote. Yeah, dude, like anything is possible. Like we are not opposed to getting like another mod or two. You know, I mean, that's not an issue on our end. Obviously, I think there might be a limit. We don't want everyone being a mod, but I mean, yeah, like we can that can definitely be worked out. If we see you hustling in there in our social medias, helping us out, right, giving good recommendations to people, moderating the chat, right, then yeah, that's totally something that we can work out, man. All right, let's see here. Leafs fan. Okay, thanks, bro. Yeah, absolutely. Make sure I'm not missing anything. I'm good, Isaias. Hope you're doing good too. Yeah, man. Chef, it's good to hear. How was your 4th of July, bro? I'm actually curious. Like, what'd you and Trinity do 4th of July? I just did a little simple barbecue and hang out with the dog. Let's see here. I already have a 603 Prometheus inner barrel, but bought the Maple Leaf backroom bucking and didn't fit. Just waiting to my Pro Prometheus bucking to come try. TBDD. I'm not. What gun were you trying to put that in, TBDD? If anything, actually, I would say this: DM us directly, Discord, Instagram, or Facebook, and let us know what gun you're trying to put these parts into, and we can take a look at it, man. Because again, if you're having issues, and we can help you out, we don't mind troubleshooting. Just DM us, and also helps if you give pictures as well, too. See what might be going. We can troubleshoot it with you. We don't mind. We want to be there to help everyone out as much as well. And you can also just put it, if you don't want to DM us directly, you can put it in the, I believe, the tech help chat in our Discord server. And again, a lot of guys like 6mm Custom, Cutter, they're more than happy to go ahead and help out people. Again, they provide some really, really useful information. I would take their work. They're really good techs. Okay, let's see here. Emmanuel Padilla asks, is the Gen 2 Helion good? Yes. The Gen 2 Helion, okay, so the Helion itself is nothing really special. It's outside of like the externals, like how it's designed, right? It's all the Gen 2s are gonna be separated, in my if I believe correctly, there's going to be like 2 main categories. I know there's a hybrid series, but hear me out. There's 2 main categories generally for Gen 2s. It's going to be the standard Gen 2s, and you're going to get your Pro lines, right? Obviously, there's the hybrid series in between, but so the standard Gen 2s are going to be using a polymer upper and lower receiver, right? You're going to be getting the same internals that you would, 603 Type 4 inner barrel, rotary style hop chamber, quick change spring system, and most of the standard Gen 2s would come included with a battery and charger, unless it is one of the newer Core series. The new Core series that we just got on the website not too long ago, and more coming, by the way. Those are going to be a little bit cheaper in price because they're not going to come included with the battery and charger you would normally get on those same models. And that's just, again, because they wanted to offer something that was more affordable, right, and cut down the price, but they had to go out and get rid of something. So instead of getting rid of the internal components or making a sacrifice or compromise there, they just got rid of the battery and charger, which most people end up replacing out anyway. So that was kind of a no-brainer. So, yeah, the Gen 2, but the Helions, I think they're, here, let's type that. Gen 2 Helion, right? I typed in 3. Gen 2, fucking Gen 2. I misspelled Gen 2 Helion. There we go. There you go, Isaias. You can spell. Yeah. Gen 2 Helions is just going to refer to, like, the rail and the, like, style that you're getting. But, yeah, no, I dig the Gen 2 Helions. I think they look cool, right? Again, clean looking rail. It's simple. It doesn't need much to look cool. You can start putting as many accessories as you want to. But, again, I think simple is better. But, yeah, they're basically just standard Gen 2s. Always recommend them. Always good. Chef Panicagi. Dean's is the connection she tells you not to worry about. Hey, Dean's is the Mr. I pull your girl. What is your opinion on the Gen 2 battle? I answered that question already. Yeah, let's see here. Make sure. Trace Hillman. What is Dean's such a good thing? So Dean's connectors have a higher melting point than Tamiya. So if for whatever reason your batteries like run hot, or for whatever, and the wiring gets too hot, and what can end up happening is that your connectors can basically fuse together, right? So to avoid that, Dean's or T-plugs, Dean's. So Dean's, you're not going to get that. You're not going to go out and getting any fusing going on there. Answer that one. Okay, let's keep scrolling down. Let's get caught up on questions. Oh my God. Yeah, Stitch said it best. Gen 2 solid base replica. Gen 3 adds MOSFET. Depends on your budget and goals. Yeah. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Sorry, all my chat just caught up. House of Jester, what's going on, Jester? How you doing, bro? Dominic Garcia, what is the website called? Airsoft, yeah, right there, right? You go ahead and go to our, we'll just pull it right there, right? Go into it, just type in Airsoft GI, should be the first thing that shows up, right? This is the front page of our website. We have many different items available for sale right now. You want to pick up airsoft guns, for example, you can go down here, and there's all these different categories. You go, if you want an AEG, which is what I normally would recommend, right, for your first time. We separate into different brands out here as well. But if you know what brand you want specifically, you can also go click on the button Shop by Brands, and we list every single brand that we carry. We have new products. We have sale items that are available for a discounted price. But let's go click on new items, for example, right? You click here, and you get all the latest and greatest from GI that just hit the website, right? And I highly recommend that you check all these items out because these are fucking cool. And again, guys, if you haven't already, make sure to go ahead and pick yourself up an Independence Day mystery box, automatic free shipping, $170 price point, and that is going to be lower cost than the actual lowest prize that you can win on this thing. The lowest prize that you could win off this items list is already more expensive than the box itself, right? Definitely worth checking out. Because again, look at this prize list: G&G Cobalt Kinetics, 240, right? Mark 46s, 416s by VFC. You got the G&G 308. You got the BCM rifle, some LCTs. You got the KWA Ronin T10, right? You got some classic Army. You got some Zion Arms R15s, right? A lot of good shit in here. All of this whole list is banging, man. This whole list is banging. Make sure to go ahead and pick it up before they're sold out, right? You'll also get 10 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Make sure that you order while you still can. Okay, let's see here. Ammo SQA, are y'all hiring for the Walnut store? So as of right now, we are not looking for any more reps. We are looking for a full-time tech. However, if you still want to go ahead and, shoot your shot, feel free to go ahead and email jobs@airsoftgi.com. And if we are interested and we are looking, we might just pull you up. But as of right now, as far as regular store reps, we're not currently hiring. We're mainly looking for a full-time tech. And when we are looking for a tech, our standards are high for a tech. Because, again, we want to make sure that we are hiring quality employees. that know what they're talking about and that know what they're doing. We don't want to hire someone that just, oh yeah, I built my first AEG gearbox a while back or yesterday, and it's like, okay, can you put this one together, and you won't be able to. Yeah, we're not going to do that. It has to be a good tech. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Dominic Garcia, hey, I just joined the fam, so I would like to know where is your store at. Dominic, that is a good question. So we are located at 21077 Commerce Point Drive in Walnut, California. It's going to be in SoCal. It's a very, very cool shop. We have a lot of stuff on display for you guys to go and check out, and we have a lot of knowledgeable reps there. So if you get, I'm usually there as well. I'm here every day. Except Mondays. Mondays are my day off. And Sundays we are closed. But I'm here, so if you have any questions looking to get into Airsoft, right? You want to check out, see what we got, see the latest and greatest, make sure to swing by the Custom Showroom and Lounge located at that address. We actually have it listed here on our website as well. Let's go here. Go here. Go. Scroll all the way down here. All the way down. There you go. Address right there. 21077 Commerce Point Drive, 91789, right? There you go. Okay. Let's see here. PrimeTech doesn't need the pink, huh? Dude, I want that pink too, man. I want that pink too. Chef Panic, I swear by the LMAX Multifit. Dude, he's just I'm just pointing that out, man. Again, the people have spoken. The guys who know, they know that holster is goated. All right, let's see here. Make sure I don't miss anything. Okay, I should be good on questions, I believe. Let's just keep scrolling up, make sure I don't miss anything. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, everything I should be caught up right now. Let's go ahead and see if there's any more. Oh, got it, there's more. Oh, God. I'll do that where I'll scroll to the bottom, and it's like, okay, you're caught up. And then it just, doink, there's like 10 more questions because it takes a while for it to load. Okay, this one comes from IV Crazy V. How long is the MGC4 Mark II's inner barrel? I believe the Mark II inner barrel should be going at 363, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it should be 363 if I'm not mistaken. Or you can bear in mind, it doesn't have to be exactly if you're trying to upgrade the inner barrel. You can go with a different, you can go with like 370 and that'll totally be okay, right? It doesn't have to be like perfectly flush. It doesn't even have to be perfectly flush with the outer barrel, right? Obviously, that's the ideal, and there are means of getting it to that length if you wanted to, cutting and crowning, but that is a process I do not recommend for the faint of heart. That is something that only a skilled, qualified technician can really do, and that I would recommend. So if you're not one, I would just say this is my best piece of advice. And this goes for any airsoft gun if you want to find out the inner barrel length. I actually have a whole video about it on our main YouTube channel. If you haven't watched it, it's good. I actually hosted that one. I feel very proud of that one. Where we talk about inner barrel lengths, what they mean, what are generally the most popular sizes, but even tips on how to find yours. Remove the barrel assembly, right? Take off the inner barrel from the hop chamber and measure it. Even if you're using inches, that's totally fine. Measure it in inches and then type the inches to millimeter conversion on Google, good old internet, right? And then go from there. Try to find the closest one to that size. I don't recommend normally going up, although you can again, it should be totally okay, right? But I normally recommend going down, right? But again, if it's like 10 millimeters off, no one's gonna it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, man. All right, let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Just gonna look up good. Just need y'all to check your Discord. We will. We're gonna be checking the Discord, of course. TBD. On the mystery box, why is the first gun $1,000? So we like to go ahead and just list off like a lot of the guns here. Like I guess it looks like just by price, right? Like just by how expensive they are, so you can see a decreasing amount. Right. That's just one of the prizes that you can win. There's tons of prizes in here, man. And these are all banging, right? Again, like I said earlier, the lowest tier or the lowest costing gun that you could win off of this is $175. That's already more than what the retail cost is going right now for the Independence Day mystery box. So it's going to be a come up no matter which way you slice it. Okay. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Stitch private game in the morning. Ooh, yes, right. You were mentioning that. Leafs fan 8034. Favorite field in Cali. That's a good. That's a good question too. My favorite field in Cali. It depends. I'll divide it into. Damn it. See, I'm going back and forth on this because for those of you that went with us to BB Wars Operation Coastal Front, you guys know that where we had the venue located at, U.S. Airsoft Field. Holy shit, man. Oops, excuse me, a little gassy right now. Holy shit, man! Like U.S. Airsoft Field, that's the place, man. That's the bee's knees. That's the cat's pajamas, dude. Like that's the spot to be. It's all the way out in fucking Anderson, right? I was concerned at first, right, that if we were even going to be able to pull enough people for the event, right, considering it wasn't, local and it was kind of a drive. I was like, oh, I don't know. But honestly, I'm so glad that we did it. I was happily proven wrong, right? There were people, there were bodies there, man. Right, there was a lot of people there, and it's a fucking cool field. Like the staff there, anyone who plays out in U.S. Airsoft Field consistently, if you're a regular there or if you're a staff member, shout out to you guys. You guys are doing it right. You guys know exactly what the fuck you guys are doing. Absolutely fun time, absolute blast. But again, I would want to go there again. I would want to go there again to get more experience there because it's a big field, dude. It's fucking huge. If you haven't been or if you're passing by, I highly recommend you check it out. But I guess my go-to fields, like in the SoCal area specifically, for outdoors, it's going to be Jungle Island Paintball, or otherwise known as Wildlands Airsoft. And then for indoor, it's going to be Project N1. I love Project N1. I actually like it a lot more than Tac City. No diss to Tac City, but honestly, I just feel like N1's where it's at, man. It's just I like it more. I feel like I like the community there a little bit more too. I feel like they're a little bit more friendly, a little more open, a little more welcoming, and just friendly. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. Just non-toxic, which is what I prefer when it comes to my indoor fields, right? If I'm gonna practice, like if I know I'm going to a MILSM event, like say at George Air Force Base, or where there's like more of an urban setting, right, and there's a lot of buildings that need to be cleared out, I will get my practice in at Project N1 usually. I'll go there to go ahead and brush up on my CQB skills, and it works. It works. Okay, let's see here. Base replica. Okay, make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, guys, if you haven't already, make sure to go ahead and leave a like and comment, or in the live chat, if you will. Leave a like for this live stream. It really helps us out beat those YouTube algorithm. They do not like us. YouTube really, really fucking hates Airsoft. But again, your support is very much appreciated and really helps us out. And again, make sure to go on and pick up an Independence Day mystery box if you haven't already. Let's see, make sure. Okay, should be caught up on that. Scrolling down. Holy crap. Stitch says someone else might say Wolverine HP ATM or Warranty 10. Or hold on, I think I need to scroll back. Make sure. Okay. This one goes from B Monstrosity as best airsoft gun of all time. Again, I kind of answered this question earlier, but to answer your question, I have my preferences, right? Obviously, and everyone that you ask is always going to have another opinion. If someone, I would say, be wary of anyone that says this is absolutely the best airsoft gun of all time, right? Because it really might not be for every single person. Well, objectively, I think that certain guns are very well made, right? And they may have very high performance specs. To some people, they might not care about that, right? They are only looking for a very specific thing. They're looking for a very specific platform to complete a look, or they're on a budget and they don't need it to be that expensive because they don't need it to do all these fancy things, right? It really depends, right? If you were to ask me genuinely what my favorite like airsoft gun that we sell right now is, or that's available on the market, it's going to be the MGC4, because we oversaw the production of this bad boy. We know what parts are going into this thing, and that was by choice. We wanted to make the best bang for your budget high-end AEG that was going to be more than fairly priced, right? That was going to give you the performance of a high-end gun, but not cost you an arm and a leg. Now, while it is a little pricey at $315, all things considered, this punches well above its weight class in terms of performance, and just bang for its buck. Just the overall value is like all there, and you don't want to miss out on that. But again, to some people, that might not be the perfect gun. To some people, a Springer might be the perfect airsoft gun, right? But it depends on your means or your intentions with that airsoft gun. All right, let's see here. Put a few in the chat. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, House of Gesture, yeah, it's all personal opinion. Yeah, it all depends. Okay, let's see here. I have the Jag Pit Viper pistol and MGC4 Mark Carbon. Yeah, this man has the combo. Stitch absolutely has the best combo to have. But again, just it really depends, B Monstrosity, like again on like what again your intentions are with the airsoft gun, what you're hoping to do, what sort of performance you're hoping to get out of it. Okay, let's see here. DJ checking in. What's going on, man? How you doing, bro? Okay, it should be, yeah, Stitch 370, yeah. Remind, make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, yeah, should be good. Let's go ahead and scroll all the way down. Oh, God. Isaias, fully decked out on gear or as light as you can on pickup games. Huh. That actually comes from Bossman. No, I'm not ignoring you. I just saw your question right now. It took a while to catch up. When it comes to regular pickup games, I've done both. Like I've gone fully decked out in like all gear, and then I've also gone like just I wear like my booty shorts, right? I'm actually wearing them right now. I would strip in front of the camera, but I don't want to get demonetized. But no, like I will literally go out in like my silkies, right? My short shorts, my PT shorts, and just like a tank top, and like I'll just throw on whatever chest rig I feel like wearing at the time, and that's it, man. Like that's all I'll do. Maybe like I don't even wear like a face mask. Sometimes I don't recommend that. I don't recommend you do what I do. I lost my mesh guard, and I didn't feel like looking for it in the morning, so I said fuck it, and I just played without it. And I've been very lucky so far that I have not been shot in the mouth. I've been shot in the head, like forehead, a couple times, but never in the mouth. And I intend on keeping it that way. But I would highly recommend you do mesh mask or some type of face protection of some kind. Don't do what I did. But the field that I play at Wildlands, they don't require lower mouth protection if you're 18 years or older. They recommend it. They show pictures of what can happen, but it's up to you, right? But no, I've done that where I've just gone in like very minimal gear, and I've had a great time. I've also gone fully decked out, which I had fun doing it because a lot of the guys on my team were there, and we all decided to go fully kitted out. But it was also kind of atrocious because it was fucking hot. It was fucking hot. It was in like 90-degree weather, and when you're doing that in full kit, plate carrier, like everything, like the whole 9 yards, like yeah, it's not fun. It ain't fun. It's just fucking. You're burning. You're cooking. You're literally cooking on the inside. Okay, let's see here. But yeah, that's to answer your question, boss man. Like it would be. I've done both. I think if you're looking for something easier, more affordable, just go minimal gear. But if you want to go fully decked out in kit, by all means go for it. Just bear in mind you can get really hot. Overheating is 100% a thing that can happen on the field and has happened. Actually, I don't know if Taylor ever told you, he actually did get overheated one time, and he actually like passed out a little bit. I had to keep him awake, and I had to actually drag him. With me and another rep, had to drag him out and give him some water because he was fucking passed out. Heat stroke, man. Heat stroke's the real deal. All right. Oh god, I caught up. Okay? This one comes from Big Ran the Ronin. I don't know why I can't read that. It just doesn't register. My head is English. I'm sorry, dude. Is the Mayo Gang MGC4 Mark II worth it? Fuck yeah, it's worth it. Fuck yeah, it is. Hell yeah. Okay, here's the thing. All right, objectively, let's take a look at like the base one. Let's just take a look at the simple. There are many like gun brands out there. There's not too many manufacturers. Obviously, we know that. This was one of the few cases where, the Lancer Tactical actually wanted to work with us when we told them, hey, we wanted to go to make our own gun, right? They offered us their facility to use, right? They offered us their warehouse. They offered us their manufacturer to, hey, let's design something, right? Something cool. And we had full creative control over this. And we told them exactly what we were trying to strive for. We wanted to make a dope performing airsoft gun that was going to be more attainable than other high-end AEGs, but offer the performance to not only compete with them, but to beat them, right? And I'm not going to say that this is going to be the most high-performing AEG out there, because I'm sure that there are higher-performing AEGs that do exist. However, at that price point, I would be hard-pressed to find anything that can compete with this bad boy, right? This gun can beat some gun builds out there that come with like 16-to-1 gears, right? And this thing is already shooting faster than that, right? Again, it's only using 18-to-1 gear set, right? Steel cut gears, mind you, but still, the point still stands that this thing is fast as fuck. The trigger response is so snappy. It's super, super snappy. Full metal construction, but it's not overbearingly heavy. It is still very manageable to carry this bad boy around for long periods of time. Very clean M-LOK rail. I like that we decided to go with the carbine length for the Mark II. I think the Mark II looks, in my opinion, it looks better than the Mark I, but again, individual preference, right? Delta stock, very cool looking, right? I think it's just a clean build that you can do anything with. I don't think it needs much, but you can do a lot of things with this bad boy. But in terms of internals, like, again, we knew what parts were going into this. We wanted to make sure that this was going to be a high-performance gun that was going to give the user a fun and enjoyable experience overall. But again, we wanted to make sure that it wasn't overly expensive or wasn't too expensive, right? It wasn't impossible to attain. $315, while it is a little pricey, you have to keep in mind, like, we built this gun internally out, and this thing performs really fucking good. This thing is honestly, like, objectively, airsofter to airsofter. This gun is, like, way more affordable than it actually should be. It has any right to be. This thing should be way more expensive, right? But again, we wanted to make sure that this was attainable to players, right? This was the gun that you wanted to strive for. And even if you didn't have a lot of money right now, this is definitely the gun that you want to save up for and buy yourself one, because this is 100% worth it. Okay. Question is going to be most interesting. What is it like working with Cisco and Chef? Be honest, lol. Honestly, like, when it came to Cisco, I knew Cisco before he started working for marketing, right? I knew Cisco when he was just a sales lead, right? And then sort of like he and I kind of had a very similar, I guess, similar-esque journey, right? Where I saw him go to like rise up in the ranks, essentially, right? Or I saw him come up as a member of the marketing team, as the manager of the California store, and as head of marketing, right? Like, and Cisco has always been, because I've worked with plenty of guys before, not even like at GI, right? Just and in general too, and a lot of people know these types of guys as well, right? The guys that will make promises that'll be like, yeah, we're gonna change this, we're gonna do this, and then they don't do anything about it, right? They don't actually put in the work. I've worked with many people like that before in the past, right? Even before GI, were like guys that wanted to go ahead and change things, or guys that wanted to go ahead and make all these big promises but never delivered, right? Or never really put in the time or the effort. And I will say this for Cisco, right? Cisco is one of the few guys that I know on this planet that if he says he's going to do something, he's going to fucking do it, right? He's going to do it, or at the very least, he's going to do his absolute fucking best to make it work, right? He puts in work for not just for like me or for everyone like the team here at GI, but for you guys too. He genuinely puts in so much work to the point where sometimes he just like, you know, he just overexerts himself sometimes, right? Like, because he pushes himself past his limit, but he does, right? And in all seriousness, he really does for you guys. He truly cares about GI and about the Mayo Gang, right? And that's something that's affected me too, because I want to go ahead and be just like that as well. But he is the homie, right? Obviously, like, because he's older than me, right? He definitely likes to go ahead and clown on me sometimes, right? But again, we clown. This is how our friendship is, right? It's like literally tough love. We clown on each other. We call each other out when we when we fuck up on things. He's usually the first one to tell me you fucked up, right? And if I notice he messes up on something, I'll call him out too, like, hey, you messed up on this. But it's because we are genuinely passionate about what it is that we do. And we want to put our best foot forward when it comes to anything regarding Airsoft, especially because we are, in a sense, kind of representatives for GI, right? And just Airsoft as a whole. We always want to make sure that we're putting our best efforts forward, right? And we're committing 100% to this. Boaz as well, too. Chef Boaz, he is 100% like the talent, right? When it comes to just being able to set up videos and edit them and lighting. He's a talented person, right? Not only as a host, but also as a video producer as well. He has actual vision, right? Like I'm surprised the man is not an actual like a big time like AAA like film director, right? Because of the amount of skill that he has, right? And the fact that he puts that and all those skills to use for GI is just, we're very fortunate to have him, right? He is a fantastic host. He's very funny. He definitely is on the more eccentric side out of all of us, I would say. Sometimes he will, be a little out there when it comes to the energy, right? He just, sometimes we'll all be at like a 5 and he's at a fucking 11, right? When it comes to but that's just who he is, right? And that's the anomaly that is Chef, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Right, I am glad that I have these guys as my coworkers because they're basically like my brothers. We hang out IRL, right? Right, and it's always a good time when we're able to get together, even outside of Airsoft, right? Always just fun hanging out with the boys. All right, moving forward, Leafs fan 8034, best T1/T2 red dot. Oh God, best T1. Really depends on what your budget is, and really depends on what it is that you or what you like. There are many different like T1, T2 style optics that we sell online here. Let's go accessories, aiming optics, red green dot sights. This is the easiest way to access them all, right? There are a ton of different optics that we sell, but if you're looking for T1 specifically, there's many different styles, many different variations. It really just depends on what it is that you're looking for. Would this be considered one? Kinda, yeah. I'd consider it, right? Something like that. It goes for like $43.99, but then there are some that go for like $60, right? Depends. Like, sometimes they won't come included with a mount. Sometimes they will, depending on the model you buy. Some of them might have more features than others, but the overall design is fine. I think it's not my personal favorite. I like larger sight picture on my optics, a much larger lens, but the T1 is a good optic that I have actually on that. I don't know if you can see it. That 416 right there is actually my personal one. With that guy, I am using a T1 style optic, a Lancer one as well. I believe that one was like $46, $45. Works great. Simple. Doesn't need a whole lot. But the downside with going with the T1 style optic as opposed to something a little more open is that sometimes you can get tunnel vision. That is a problem that I've heard that you do have to train yourself out of, but it is a difficult one, I will say. I like something where I just point up and it's there, right? Like I don't really have to kind of focus or adjust anything. I just want to be able to just point it and shoot. Very click and shoot. Oh, man. Let's see here. Okay, TBDD asks, best Lancer tactical gun. Technically speaking, I'm going to say the MGC4, right? I mean, again, really depends on who you're asking, right? And what it is that you're hoping to do or what you're looking for out of your airsoft gun. But since technically speaking, the OEM for the Mayo Gang MGC4s are Lancer, yeah, I would say this is going to be the best Lancer gun that you can get, right? Just if we're just talking about price for performance, value, it's all there, man. Okay, let's see here. Answer that one. Answer that one. Answer that one. Ah! Caught up. M4. Okay, so Leafs fan, I can't pull it out because YouTube really doesn't like it when we hold guns in our hands and show them off on stream. I'm gonna have to say no on that one. But yeah, like again, I just don't want this stream to get taken down. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. Questions. Make sure to go ahead and put a queue. We only have 4 more minutes left of the live stream before it ends. So now is your chance to go ahead and ask your questions. How's Gesture? iPro is a must. Highly recommend face covering, helmet, meh. No, iPro is 100% going to be something you don't want to skip out on, right? I know that we do sell them. It's because we got requests for it, right? Don't expect to be able to get onto an airsoft field using mesh-style goggles. You have to use actual ANSI-rated eye protection. We sell a ton of different eye protection and options available for you guys. Just click on Full Seal Goggles. Oh, God, my neck. Right, and you are going to get a ton of options, right? There are so many, and there's different price points as well. Some of my favorites include this guy, right? Very low profile. Looks like sunglasses, but it is full seal. It does cup and sit around the actual eye itself. It comes with a back strap, so you're not going to lose it on the field. Very low profile. You can actually use your optics with this as opposed to getting like a bulkier style set of goggles, right? And a nice big mesh mask that kind of makes it hard to actually get a nice, rest down on the actual on the rifle itself. I prefer this, but again, there's many different options that suit your style and your preferences. But you don't want to skip out on eye protection. Face covering, it's still recommended. You want to protect those pearly whites, but that's entirely up to you and the field too. Some fields might not always require it. Some of them do. Read up on the rules. Helmet, no, you don't really need a helmet. It looks fucking cool. Don't get me wrong, it looks fucking cool, but it is not something that I would consider a necessity. Make sure. Do I need a helmet or can I get by in airsoft field? Yeah, Big the Run. You don't have. No, it's not. Do not apologize. It's not a noob question. If these noob questions, I'd rather get them because I want to make sure that everyone, every new player especially, has the right information when they're going out there. You do not need a helmet to get by in outdoor airsoft. It can be recommended to have something over your head. I would say more than anything, a hat. Honestly, a hat. Like even if it's just like a baseball cap or a snapback. Fuck it, right? Something like that, just to keep the sun out of your eye. Because remember, even though we will get rain from time to time, it is SoCal. Like we get sun year round, right? It gets fucking hot in SoCal, especially if you're playing outdoors when you're running, the adrenaline's going, right? Your body's flowing. It's gonna get really, really hot. So having a hat to sort of keep the sun out of your face, keep the sun out of your eyes, keep you nice and cool and shaded. That's probably my biggest recommendation. I'll even go out myself too. I'll wear goggles like that and a boonie hat or a boonie cap, and that's it. Right, that's literally all I will wear for head/face protection. I will go with my helmet sometimes too, but that's entirely optional. It's entirely up to you if you want to run that. Okay, let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Paintball style masks are easy to use. Yeah, no, even if you check out what the fields will have as a rental option. Yeah, they use paintball style masks, and we sell them too, and they're cheap, $25, right? All you got to do is go to tactical gear, go onto face mask, and then they'll show up, right? All right, we have a few left, a little bit left for a few more questions. Who makes a better AK-74, Lance Tactical or Arcturus? Ooh, whiskey. That's a very good question. I actually genuinely do like both. I like Arcturus's AKs because of the micro switch trigger. Obviously, they're super nice, but they can be a little pricier. I do like, even though technically speaking it's labeled as Kalashnikov USA, I like those because they're a little bit more affordable, a little more attainable, and easier to work on and upgrade, right? Because of the micro switch trigger, you can't really replace that out with the, if I believe correct, if I'm not wrong, with the Kalashnikov USA Lancer AKs, those guys are a lot easier to work on. You can swap them out and put in any sort of like ETU or MOSFET that you want, right? So I think it depends on what you want to do. I like both. I think, though, externally, I like some of the Arcturus designs. But again, that's all individual preference. Let's see, what is it? So we're looking for that visual. Okay, I think that should be it. Oh, what is a big square dot on the store sample inventory? That'll be my last question. It is the type in EG1 on our website. And yeah, you can. Right now, the black one is sold out. However, you can still get the Dark Earth version. We're going to be getting more of these in. These sold out really quick. We're going to be getting more. Like these, yeah, we are going to be getting more of these in very soon. Yeah, that's going to be the EG1 style optic. Nice big mailboxes, Boaz claims. All right, guys, that is going to be the end of this live stream. Thank you all for everyone that decided to go ahead and spend their time and hang out with the Mayo Gang, hang out with me. I really do appreciate it. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure to go ahead and snag yourself a Independence Day mystery box live on the website right now for just $170. Insane prizes. Insane prizes, right? The fact that the lowest priced gun on this list is more than the actual cost of the gun or the mystery box right now is absolutely insane, and you get 10 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. You do not want to go ahead and miss your chance. Place your order for one right now. Make sure to check out all the new products we have on our website as well. There are a ton of new goodies that are being added to the website almost on a daily basis, so you don't want to go ahead and miss out on that as well. There are plenty of discounted items available on our website as well, in addition to coupon codes 20BD and gear to get 20% to get up to 20% off tactical gear and accessories. All right, guys, thank you so much for everyone that decided to go and hang out with me today. It means the world to me that you decided to spend your free time hanging out with me, and I will see you guys on the next one. If you guys didn't get your questions answered, make sure to go ahead and DM us Instagram, Facebook, or Discord, and we can help you out. And besides, I live stream almost on a regular basis. I'm going to be going live again tomorrow. So again, guys, thank you all for tuning in. I much appreciate it, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take it easy, guys.